I'm Jess,
and this is V is for Vegans. On today's episode, we will be filming a soup JOUMOU. And for those of you guys who don't know what that is, it's a soup that Haitians celebrate every year on the 1st of January to celebrate Independence Day.
Yeah.
And it's basically a squash soup, and we are so excited to show you guys how to make it.
So excited.
It's
gonna
so
be super
delicious.
tasteful,
Awesome.
bunch of seasoning.
Great.
It's gonna be absolutely amazing. So stay tuned for that.
So mouth-watering. I can't wait to show you guys how to do it.
And if you guys do decide to recreate this recipe, just make sure to hashtag V is for Vegans and hashtag soup JOUMOU on Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram at V is for Vegans 2.
It's so delicious. I can't wait for you guys to try it. I know Jess hasn't tried it yet.
No, super excited.
It's basically a squash soup, and we're gonna show you all the ways that you can make delicious foods the vegan way.
Yes.
All right.
So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay guys, so here we are just taking 2 halves of a squash and we are going to quarter them and stick them in the oven until they are nice and soft. And then from there we are going to cut some carrots in bite-sized pieces, put it in a dish, and then from there we're going to start cutting up celery into small pieces as well.
And as you can see, Jess is cutting some potatoes right now. And you guys, this is some cabbage, not iceberg lettuce, okay? For all you iceberg lettuce fans out there. We did end up cutting these pieces too large, but you definitely want to cut them smaller than it is. I'm attempting to peel a potato at this point. If you have a peeler at home, please use a peeler. Don't do what we did and just attempt to cut turnips blindly, okay? This is a turnip and we have to peel the skin. Please remember to peel the skin of your potatoes as well as your turnips because they will not taste the same. And I'm just quartering them right here, putting it in a dish and off to the side.
Okay, so we put them to the side and then we are just putting them in some water so that they don't brown. And then from there, I am going to take a turnip and I'm going to attempt to peel this with a knife. This is not the smartest of decisions. If you have a peeler, please use a peeler. This is very difficult to do. We just didn't have a peeler at the time. Should have thought about that before for sure. And after that, Corey's just cutting off the ends of it and then helping me peel this because I was really struggling to peel this turnip, let me tell you. So we're just gonna quarter that, and then from there we are going to put it in some water and then drain it and rinse.
Alright guys, and I am rinsing it off again because you just don't want your starches to start to get brown. So I'm definitely using cold water here. And Jess is chewing some gum to not feel the tears of the wrath of this onion.
Guys, this is the worst onion I've ever cut in my absolute life. I thought that I was gonna die. I couldn't see for literally 20 minutes straight. Corey had to air the entire kitchen out. It wasn't even normal, and I was playing it off in this video like that wasn't happening behind the scenes. But about 10 seconds after we recorded this, I swear like I was bawling my eyes out. So we're just gonna dice an onion. Hopefully it doesn't kill you like it killed me. Usually the gum helps, but not this time.
And it does. It helped last time. It did not help this time. There was makeup running everywhere. It was crazy. And here I'm just taking some extra virgin olive oil and I'm putting it into a hot pot. This is a huge pot. We are putting in the diced onions that Jessica so lovely diced and sacrificed her life for. So now we're putting them in there to fry, and we are so, at this point, I really wish you guys could smell this kitchen.
I love myself some caramelized onions.
The onions get really nice and browned and caramelized in this pot. It has the kitchen smelling nice. It has everyone saying, what are you making? What are you making? And as you can see in here, it's getting nice and toasty. And at this point, you want to prep your veggies to go into this batch. Jess is putting in the veggies, and by veggies, I mean potatoes and turnips right on top of the onions. And we are also entering the diced celery.
And we are entering the diced carrots. You guys, it smells so good. I wish you could smell it.
And look at how colorful that is. Once again, guys, we're making another very colorful dish. If you haven't seen our other video, just check it out. We made a vegan hearty soup, and it was also extremely colorful. And we love to make colorful dishes on our site. So now we are just filling up this bowl with water. We're gonna do that twice, and then we're gonna fill it up halfway. You wanna make sure that you're covering all of those veggies in there. Very important to make sure that they're well covered.
Yeah, and I'm just putting it into the pot with all the veggies on top. You want to make sure that all your veggies are covered, because you guys, these are raw vegetables. It takes time for the carrots and the potatoes as well as the turnips to boil and feel soft, so you're gonna need to boil them in this pot here. And I'm just showing you guys all of the ingredients we have in this soup JOUMOU. It is so hearty, so delicious. And now we are taking out the calabaza squash. This is not butternut squash. It's not the same kind of squash. It's not as sweet as butternut squash, but it definitely feels very earthy.
Yeah, I would definitely describe it as more of an earthy flavor than a sweet flavor. And here we're just taking a spoon and we're taking the so-called meat out of the squash. We are leaving the skin behind. You do not want to get the skin in, because we are going to make this into a puree in our blender. So just get that soft meat. That's exactly how you want it right there. You want it to come off nice and easily. You do not want it to be hard. So this was cooked at the perfect amount, and we will have all the information, all the ingredients and the times in the description if you're wondering how long we keep these things in for and how much we're using. So we're just gonna mash that up a little bit before we put it in the blender, put some water in there, and then stick it on the blender for pureeing.
Yeah, you guys, and I tasted it right after it came out of the conventional oven. It literally tastes like baby food. We added no seasonings to this blender. It's just squash and some of the water. We will be adding seasonings later. You will see that in a bit. So hold on to your chairs, because it's about to get really delicious. And as you can see, it's a nice thick puree that we're putting into the pot right now. And for all my Caribbeans, this is how your mama gets the soup yellow. This is how your auntie gets the soup yellow, your grandparents, your grandma. Like, this is it right here. Tati purees the squash, okay? And it gives us this nice bright yellow color. And we're just stirring them all together to let all the flavors marinate.
Guys, it smells so good in this kitchen right now, and we're finally gonna go in with that cabbage. Cabbage is the last step for the veggies, and we're just gonna make sure to stir that all in together. And like we said earlier, we definitely would have cut the cabbage into smaller pieces. They were way too big, so don't follow us along on this part.
Definitely don't. But this just goes to show you how abundant the island is with vegetables, cabbages, potatoes, carrots. These are things that they just had readily on the island. Now we are entering some rigatoni as well as spaghetti. As you can see, Jessica is breaking it in half, because this is how you usually do it, and she's plopping them right into the hot pot.
Yeah, we used about half a box of pasta in this, and I'm gonna go in again, break it in half, and then stick it in the pot. It just makes it a lot easier to cook that way. It cooks faster. And then we're gonna stir all together.
And don't forget to check the ingredients of your pastas, guys.
Yeah, so a lot of pastas have egg, milk, or butter. You never really know. There's a such thing as egg noodles, so just make sure that your pasta is vegan. And Corey is going in with seasonings. So she's using onion powder, she's using garlic powder, and then she's using ground cumin.
Yep, got some ground cumin in there. All the seasonings that I put in here was about 2 tablespoons worth of seasonings.
except for the cayenne pepper for Jess, I mean for you guys out there, you know, I just put about a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and you can adjust to taste. I put in some ground clove. Clove is a spice that is used heavily in Caribbean dishes. I am grinding some ground pepper right now, as well as the seasoned vegetable bouillon cube you saw in our last video. I love this stuff. I'm putting 2 bouillon cubes into the soup because it is a very flavorful soup, and I'm going to stir. We usually use vegetable broth when we cook, or alcohol, because that's just who we are. But in this soup, it's just so much. This is like a serving for 5 people, I would say, right, Jess?
Yeah, definitely a family's worth.
So you definitely want to use water and then add your seasonings later to taste. And I added some fresh parsley, and we added some fresh scallions, diced it up a little bit, and now for some Creole seasoning.
The Creole seasoning was one of my favorite parts for sure. And after the Creole seasoning, we decided to go in with liquid aminos. And we're gonna stir that all up. Okay, and now we are going to go in with half of a fresh squeezed lemon. I love adding lemon to things. It just adds that extra burst of flavor. So we do the lemon, and then we move on to the stirring, and Corey actually put me onto this. I wasn't planning on using this in the recipe, but we decided to go in with Earth Balance butter. I guess it is used a lot in soup JOUMOU.
Yeah, it just adds that creaminess to the soup. It just, you know, gives it a different texture and more flavor, honestly. So now I'm going in with some Frank Red Hot. Sorry, Jess, but you just gotta make your soup nice and hot. So and now we're adding our favorite part, which was the miso. This is not traditionally an ingredient that you put in soup JOUMOU, but when you're vegan, you have to be creative, and it gives it such a great umami flavor. We loved it so much.
This is definitely my favorite ingredient that we put in the soup.
So we just want to thank you guys so much. This is how you make this soup JOUMOU.
See you in our next video.
Bye-bye. Alright guys, so we are all done with the soup JOUMOU. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. For a little bit of a background on why Haitian people do eat the soup. They eat the soup because when they got their independence, they really wanted to celebrate by enjoying a meal that they couldn't have before when they were colonized by the French. And so they decided, you know what, our celebratory meal is gonna be soup JOUMOU, which is a squash soup like we demonstrated in our video. And we celebrate it every year. I don't know a Haitian person who doesn't enjoy it, and I know that we love to introduce new people to the soup because we just love it so much, and it's a tradition of ours that we wanted to share with all of you.
That's me. I'm completely new to this, and I'm about to try it now. I'm super excited. Let's do it. Oh my gosh.
Yes. It tastes like mama's soup.
It just gives you such a homey feeling. This is so good. I love the squash so much.
I'm so happy because it tastes like my mom's soup. Seriously, there's no meat in this. There's no animal products at all in this. It's just delicious. It's so good. There's pasta, cabbage.
I love the seasonings.
Carrots, turnips. Oh my God.
And believe it or not, you guys noticed that she put the Red Hot in there, and she put 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper and cumin. Good thing is, this is not too spicy at all for someone that does not like spicy things, so I love that about it as well. Definitely not overboard.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put a little bit more after. But it's really good. Yeah.
I love the mix of the pasta with the potatoes and the turnip, the celery, the carrots, cabbage,
so filling,
everything.
Too. Yeah, this tastes so good.
It's delicious.
All my Caribbeans out there, please remake the soup. Non-Caribbeans, please try the soup for the first time. Impress your friends with it. It's delicious.
Big, big, big thumbs up from me for sure.
It's so good. And as you can see, we got some Haitian barbecue here, which is our rum that we saw on the island, and you can get it here in the States as well. And it's a really dark rum, it's delicious, and I just really enjoy sharing my tradition with you guys because I love it so much. So thank you guys so much for watching our video. Make sure you subscribe to our video if you want to know when we're going to post next.
Like it if you enjoyed this video, and hit the bell next to the subscribe button if you want to be notified whenever we post videos.
Yes.
And just before we go, we are currently drinking in front of us this vegan wine that was found at Whole Foods. It's called Proud Pour Save the Bees. Thought it was really cute. So let's try it.
Oh, sorry, I already tried it.
What do you think?
Well, this is a Pinot Noir, so I expect it to taste like a Pinot Noir. I don't think
It's delicious.
I don't think I'm missing anything. Like when I taste other Pinot Noirs, that's what it tastes. I'm not like, oh, I want.
So I'm actually not a red wine person at all. If anything, it has to be sweet red. But this is extremely light for a Pinot Noir. So it goes down very smoothly. I'm a huge fan of it. I'm probably going to be getting it from now on. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed. And as always, we love you and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.
Bye, guys.